Hey there, it's Mike from Maker Moose here. So, we've got the Open Studio from Memory Box Co. Embossing folder here. Um, Again, there's no name for this one, it just says EF1019, but I thought this would make a great Father's Day card. So, I was talking about this previously in one of my other videos where I was just bringing out some Father's Day items. I'll link that as well. This is a lot thicker than some of my other embossing folders, so I'm going to have to experiment with a sandwich. I've got a Big Shot Plus, so I'm hoping this is about the same size as the Sizzix ones I use, so we'll see. We'll see, but I'm going to grab some foil cardstock and make a few fronts, and then we'll start assembling some cards. All right, so I have a couple impressions here. So the first one I tried was the Recollections shiny silver foil cardstock. This is a very affordable cardstock. I bought a bunch of these on sale, and I'm slowly making my way through them. I don't especially love the look of them, especially the back is just like a craft paper. But I use these a lot when I'm looking for something a little more, not rustic, but just, you know, it's got an uneven shine to it. So this is this embossing folder, gone through my Big Shot Plus, which should be the same as Big Shot, I would imagine, with the adapter plate, or the platform, and then the adapter A. It's a very subtle imprint, so it's not too deep. And then this, I ran it through again, a different one. Each time I only ran through once, with A and B. So B is like a super thin shim. It's almost like a piece of Mylar. You can see from the back, you do get quite a bit better impression. So with this thinner, more affordable foiled cardstock, I would definitely go A and B, just because you can actually get some of that detail a little more crisp. You can see like the tape measure here barely shows up, but on this one, it just looks great. And it's a little hard to see on camera, but yeah, the A and B on that one definitely would be the winner. On my favorite cardstock, foiled cardstock, this is the Tonic mirror card. This, because it is thicker, this is just with platform A, and you get a great impression the first time. This is A and B, and you can see it's actually, there was so much pressure it curved a little bit. Obviously that'll just be fine once I tape it or glue it down. But I don't think I needed that level of like, I really, this to me is such a nice, sorry, I'm shaking, you can see it's so mirrored, you can see my phone in the background there. But just, so that's just the platform and adapter A, and you get this great crisp impression first time. And I really like the high sheen to it. This is something that I would probably just put like a simple sentiment on, or even just leave as is, maybe some sort of embellishment on the front. But because you've got that mirror cardstock and the chromed look of it, and this is the chrome silver color, so it is a very, very shiny silver. This is something I would use more as an actual background to something else, where I'd have something big in the center, just again because of the sheen, and I'm going to get the best impression. So that's the A and the B and just the A from each. And you can see the difference. It's just the chrome silver just looks so premium there, where this one has a lot more texture in the metal, which in some cases is really, really good. I really like this for any of the stamped steel looks, like I forget what it's called, but you know, the steel plate that has like the X's or the crosses on them. This looks great in that. This actually also looks great in that, but again, I use it depending on what I feel the direction of the card. If I want premium and clean looking, I'll go with this. If I want something a little grungier, a little more antiqued, I guess, or worn, I still, like I said, I still use this Recollections foil cardstock. So there you have it. All right, I was going to make a full background with these full background cards with these, but I couldn't find anything that I had that was big enough that I really liked to go in the center. So we're going to make a simpler card. I'm going to start with a light blue base here. Just going to score it. I got these, this came in as a set of 4 or something. It's got different sized ball ends. I mainly use it to add texture to die cuts, but I prefer using this to score my lines instead of these tools that I've already worn this one down so much. So I'd rather, if I had to go somewhere and grab this, that's fine, but when I'm at home, I'll just use this. So this is just a cardstock I got from Staples in a mix pack. I get them to cut my paper for me. So I've just got some, it wasn't even Staples brand. This white cardstock I couldn't find, like they didn't have their own brand, so I got whatever else they had. And then they had a mixed pack of colored cardstock that I used. I thought this had some great Easter colors in it, Mother's Day colors, and some other colors. So I just get them to cut the 8.5 by 11s in half for me, and then it's ready to be scored and folded. So just gonna score this with my bone folder. Okay. There's my card base. I have some Cricut textured cardstock. Any textured cardstock. It doesn't even have to be textured, but this has like a woven pattern to it. A lot of scrapbooking paper will be like that too. So this was a 12 by 12. I'm just gonna cut a probably 2-inch, inch and 3/4 maybe strip off there. And now I'll cut a 5.5 inch. Okay. Cut that a little bit longer. I'll keep those for some die cuts. So I've cut that just a bit longer. I want to make sure that the textured side, this paper is more textured on this side than on this side. This side it's actually almost barely discernible. So I want to make sure this is my top. You can use a tape runner or some glue. My preferred glue is Art Glitter. I know a lot of people like Barely Art or Aleene's glue. But the Art Glitter is easily found for me locally. I've got an ATG gun here. This is actually the ATG 700. I bought this because it can take up to 3/4 inch tape. Mainly I just use the 1/4 inch, and Michael's only sells the Scotch ATG in pink. I wanted yellow, so I got this one. But I found out I had to actually buy a special adapter to use the 1/4 inch tape. So just if you're ever looking at these Scotch ATG guns, the yellow one, I like the color yellow, I like orange, but it is bigger and bulkier, and you need an adapter. Some places will sell the adapter for $15. I was lucky to find that. Other places will sell it for like $30, so just be careful. I'm just going to line this up in the corner of my Scor-Pal here. Okay. Just cut this little piece off. Excellent. So now I'm going to take one of these panels that I cut. I cut these into 1.5 inches. And so I'm going to have one thinner one left over. I'll just change the size of this panel, the base panel, or I will use it for something else. So I just need to cut off a little bit here. I'm just going to see, I think I prefer what I see there, so I'm going to cut off the top because I like that. I see the ruler, the screwdriver, the hammer down there, so I'd rather cut off that little bit of hammer at the top. And I'm not going to bother measuring this, so I'm just going to cut a little bit, hopefully a little bit less than what I need. So that's just about there, so I need another. That looks pretty good. I might cut a tad, shave just a small amount off. Perfect. And normally I would add the ATG directly to here, just so I don't press too hard on this. But because I'm not going full length, I'd rather not get glue somewhere where it will be seen. So I'm just going to try and make sure I don't press too hard. I am very heavy-handed when it comes to anything like this. So I already had the embossing folders made, and the pre-cut card bases. So when you have that stuff already prepared, it can really help speed up how long it takes to make a card. All right, so there, I've got pretty much my card front done. I'm going to stamp a sentiment, and then I usually, let me see if I have them around. I usually have some card inserts all ready to go as well. Yeah, so like these. So there's some left over from Mother's Day. Bring on the Cake, that's from Simon Hurley's, one of his new birthday ones. Same with this one here, and then I've just got some blank ones as well. So last step, I'm just gonna paste that in there, and then the card will be done. So I've just got to find a stamp. Really easy Father's Day card. So I've got my stamping platform here. I've taken out the foam since I'm going to be using a red rubber stamp. I used these the other day, Tailored Expressions. I do have these as Father's Day favorites. I do have the coordinating dies, so it's great because it cuts out some of the interior pieces there as well, especially like on this one here. Maybe I should hold that up to something so you can see. But it cuts out a lot of the interiors, which looks really great. You can stamp this on the same colored paper as well and pop it up so that you get a really cool effect if you wanted it to blend more in. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to stamp something right on here. This one's too big. This is probably my favorite one, so I'm probably going to use this one here, but stamped directly on in blue. So get this in my corner. We'll just go with it. And for color, I've got Simon Hurley Midnight Snack here, one of my favorite colors. This or No Diving was probably my favorite until Tropical Tango. You because this is a felt pad, I'll probably have to stamp a couple times, just because on the red rubber I find it does, and not just Simon Hurley, any felt pad leaves a texture, which is why I originally got a stamp platform. I didn't use stamp platforms when I was just using the photopolymer stamps because they're so thin and detailed. And just one more, I think, in the center. Oh, I got pretty much the whole thing there. There we go. And these stamps do have some texture in them, so you can see there's some areas that are incomplete. That is designed to be there. Just gonna find my stamp chamois. And I love the water-based inks, how quickly they clean up. Okay. Awesome. Let's put this away. Last but not least, just make sure that's dry. I'll add my card insert. There we go. There, did not take long. So I'll get 3 cards, or 2 technically, out of one embossing folder. For this one here, because it's just a small piece, I do prefer the this cardstock, I think, over this one. I think this one would just put, like, really be not distracting, but it would take away from the rest of the card. So there are some times where I want the more affordable cardstock, and there are other times where I'll use my premium, my favorite cardstock, foiled cardstock. And like I said, if I was doing a whole front, definitely this one. But this, I think this is perfect for what we've got here. So there we go. Quick, simple Father's Day card. Yeah, I'm going to make a couple more cards, and we'll see you next time.